Hey, and welcome back to the next episode of Life is Strange um, Double Exposure. Now, before we get into it, obviously, as you might notice, we're no longer looking at the photo wall. That is because, well, I unfortunately forgot to press record. So,
This place is a total mess.
yeah, we looked at I looked at the photo wall, and then I read some of the messages that Max got, and one of them was that her friend from the bar is coming over, and because she's like worried about Max because she didn't respond to her um, since Sophie died. Yeah, and now we want to clean up our house. I do want to actually take a look at the photos again, just because,
An album probably makes more sense, but don't hate waking up to these every morning.
um, we can, and yeah, I do want to pick it up in the recording.
If I could undo your death, Sophie, I'd do it without a second thought.
Um, yeah. Before we get into it, another thing is also last episode, unfortunately, audio was cursed as well, but the other way around. The audio of the game was way too quiet, and my mic was too loud. So I overdid it the other way. Hopefully, eventually, I am gonna figure out how to have the audio mixer set up properly. Like, I'm really sorry. I'm trying. So I hope this is better now. So it's a bit annoying because I was actually having some thoughts about the game that I'm gonna have to now remember what I said. Yeah, but what I was saying was that I feel like this game so far feels a bit setup-wise a lot like the first game. We have Moses, who is a lot like Warren. And then we have Safi, which is kind of like Chloe. She died in the beginning, got shot, right? And then throughout the entire game, we try to save her. And this feels very similar setup-wise. Yeah, just something I noticed. Also, Chloe was kind of not Chloe. Max was kind of like. I wonder how much time passed since Sophie died. If it was really just one day, then Max seems kind of like okay, for the fact that she died so recently. And this actually reminds me of the first game, where if Kate dies after that, the same night we like go through the school at night with Chloe. And usually if someone dies, you're like, maybe we can do that another day or something like that, and you don't immediately go on an adventure on the same night. It's kind of strange. It works if you save Kate. And since I did so, yeah, I never really noticed, but if you don't, it's kind of weird, not gonna lie.
All those people lived, but you died. Because of me. It's never fair, is it? I miss you so fucking much, Chloe.
Yeah. What I said here was that I kind of feel like it wasn't really Max's responsibility that she died. It was fate that she was gonna die. And it was Nathan's fault, not Max's. Sure, Max could have stopped it in a way she was thereby responsible for not stopping it. But stopping it would mean lots of other people dying. So yeah. That's why I think it's not her fault. Fate. Or Nathan. Sorry, I'm a bit sick. Oh my gosh, my controller disconnecting.
Milagros Midwest, a Mexican joint in Iowa run by the amazing Francia. Best enchiladas I ever had.
Nice.
Her name was Chloe. I thought that was a sign. It
I-
wasn't.
With these dogs, I don't know. I prefer dogs that are a bit more like have a bit furrier and a bit smaller because they're usually more cute. I don't know, but his eyes are really cute.
I don't care if it makes me absolutely basic. I would 100% retire there.
You can meet maybe Sean and Daniel in Mexico from the second game.
The bassist from the Agnostic Femmes named Faith, a punk band out of Oakland. She was enthusiastic.
Ooh. Okay. This guy looks like the guy from Expedition 33. We know these two, right? From the bar. The girl and the boy. Yeah, so was looking at some messages as well. I read a bit of Moses, Joyce, and her mother and mom and dad, which are in a group chat with her. I don't necessarily want to read all of that again. Maybe I'm going to do it later. But I can kind of summarize. So with Moses, she's just, talking about some game like events and movie days and parties and hanging out. And she's kind of ghosting him sometimes, especially when it comes to some like card game that she doesn't want to play with him. But other than that, they're just goofing around. With mom and dad, we can kind of not really see who is texting here, whether it's mom or dad. But she is also ghosting them a lot for like months on end. And not even answering on her birthday. And not really and avoiding kind of talking about the past in Arcadia Bay. It's something they pick up on. With Joyce as well, she kind of seems a little low on responses, kind of maybe avoiding the past. And I was thinking maybe she's visiting her. I hope she's visiting her, but it would also be kind of like Max to not visit her a lot or respond less. If we think back on how Max ghosted Chloe in the past as well, between before the first game when she went to Seattle. Yeah. Maybe I am gonna read these again. Not right now because I just read them and was quite exhausting, a lot of text. So maybe next episode or at some later point I'm gonna read through these. Yeah, but for now I'll just give you a little summary. Yeah, and I like this text stuff because it does give you a bit of character building, but I would also prefer more actual scenes with the characters than to have the actual characterization just happen through texting. I think Moses was more interesting as a character in the text than in the scenes we've seen with him so far. Yeah, so now we have to clean our room because the girl from the bar is coming over. We have here.
After the last couple of days, I had to reread Yasmin's letter to remind myself what I'm even doing here.
Caledon University. Dear Miss Caulfield, it is with the utmost pleasure, on behalf of myself and my esteemed college here at Caledon University, that I inform you of your selection as the Helleton visiting artists for the coming school year. We have been following your work and your trajectory for quite some time, and you are honored and are honored to have you share your wisdom and light with our students during our time at our campus. You will be staying at Halton House, a rustic and cozy home, a short walk to campus, which has all the modern amenities you require. I imagine you will have many questions, and if so, feel free to reach out day or night at my personal cell or via email. I look forward to working with you and seeing the works you produce under the auspices of your humble university. Our humble university, I'm sorry. I've just read a lot and I'm a bit tired, so yeah. Yeah, it is kind of interesting that she's like sort of a teacher now. So it is kind of different, you know. In the first game, she was obviously a student. Now she's kind of a teacher. Which is not something I thought she was gonna become. Kind of like Mr. Jefferson. Which is crazy. But yeah. I like her room. It's very cozy. If it is really hers. I don't know. It seems big, by the way. This seems like a vacation home you'd rent for a few weeks. But not like the kind of place you can just afford for yourself if you're not rich. This is crazy.
Live in these pajamas the rest of my life.
Why not? They look comfy as hell.
It doesn't get more batshit than twist the knife counterclockwise. And for Giallo, that's really saying something.
Okay. Oh my gosh, we could even look at our computer. Jesus.
This computer's come back more times than Jason Voorhees. Can't begin to imagine how hard this was for her to write. Let alone to keep that professional tone all the way through.
Dear Culloden community, as our university president, I write to inform you that in light of the recent passing of one of our beloved Culloden students' classes, and special events will be cancelled until further notice. This is a difficult decision, and I know many of you were looking forward to the end of term activities for which our campus is famous. And I hope you understand my reasons for doing so. Losing one of our own, whom a number of you knew personally, is not easy. I want to assure you that grief counselors will be available to you at no cost should you feel the need. Thank you for your understanding during this trying time, Delia. So, I guess this is the mother, right?
Yasmin has been nothing but supportive throughout my time here. And I owe it to her to make time, should she need it.
Hello, Maxine. Hope you can forgive me for the more formal tone in my earlier email to faculty, staff, and students. These have been some of the hardest days of my life. So it's been a few days. I was wondering. It did feel like, no way, it just happened yesterday. And if I'm being completely honest, I feel like I'm in a drift. It's a wonder I'm holding it together at all. I know you and a few others were very close with Sophia, and I pray you'll understand if I reach out to you or lean on you for support in the coming days. Yeah.
This site was mostly bullshit platitudes that were hard to take seriously.
Losing a close friend. Losing a loved one is among the most heartbreaking things we can experience. But it's important to know that the loss of a close friend can be often just as overwhelming. A true friend can feel like a family, and the absence, the grief that comes with it, deserves the fullest of our care and consideration.
Thought about baking these, but that would have required a trip to the store, and that would have required me to leave the house.
Yeah. My guess is she just probably spent the last few days at home crying. Esma's classic, no baked brownies. Let's get this out of the way right off the bat. When you're feeling low, eating something healthy is always going to be better than engaging the sweeter impulses, but sometimes that's exactly what you need. And this recipe has precisely what you're looking for. Another thing I wanted to mention that I was reminded of when reading the texts was, remember how in the first game with Joyce, we had her kind of be so when
Fuck.
Chloe dies in one ending, like if Chloe dies, Joyce survives, right? But David still leaves her, which is really strange. And that was something I thought about when reading her messages. It makes sense that David leaves Arcadia Bay if you choose the other ending, because the town is destroyed and he survived. Then it makes sense that he would leave the town, right? And Joyce is dead. But in the other ending, Chloe died and then David leaves Joyce too, which is really weird. Yeah. So I really hope that Max does visit her occasionally. And it kind of reminded me of this email where Max was then thinking I should like be there for Sophie's mother. I hope she's there for Chloe's mother as well.
Clean before Amanda gets here.
Even though it's, you know, it's been some years, I feel like it does make sense to visit her like maybe once or twice a year. Although I know it's hard and easier to just move on. Man, this place is big. I was not paying attention to what she said, and this place is clean. I don't know what you mean. It is clean. Okay, maybe this isn't so clean. We can definitely...
I've already cried through like 4 boxes of tissues. New personal record. I don't think Amanda needs to see a 2-ply monument to my sadness today.
Definitely clean this. Nice. Maybe this stuff as well.
It may get panned as schlock, but the Brain Bucket Saga is my break glass in case of depression go-to.
Did you just binge a bunch of like movie DVDs? Who still has DVDs, man? They are expensive.
Amanda might be down to watch a decapitated head in a bucket wreak havoc, but probably shouldn't assume.
I didn't think this was the kind of stuff that Max would be into. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's out of character for her. But Max feels so different now.
Been more than a few days since I used this. I'm not exactly... How sad is it that this goofy-ass thing reminds me of Sophie?
Oh, it's those things we picked up. Oh.
Been more than a few days since I used this. I'm not exactly in a picture-taking frame of mind.
Yeah. I get that.
Leave it to my very normal brain to respond to my most recent loss by fixating on the last one. Can you still be welcome in a place you have no desire to go back to?
Bro, it's not a good idea to remember Chloe's loss when you just lost Sophie as well. Man, this image alone holds so much nostalgia for me. That's crazy.
Good to know Vanessa and Ryan still have my back. No matter what.
Maxine, Dad and I took a weekend trip down to the old town and I thought you'd get a kick out of this card. We're so excited to hear about how you are settling in at Caledon. We knew you could accomplish anything you set your mind to. It sounds like we were wrong. Love, Mom and Dad. No way she just addressed her parents by their full name. Who does that? I'm sorry? Whoever does that is a psychopath.
Sometimes, when I close my eyes, I still see her lying on that bathroom floor.
Same. Cardia Bay Beacon tragedy befalls Blackwell, former student gunned down in bathroom by Prescott prodigy. Tragic murder reveals serial killer among Blackwell Academy staff. Chloe Price, 19, former student at Arcadia Bay Blackwell Academy, was the fatal victim of a senseless act of violence this past weekend. She still kept that article? That's crazy. Oh, there we have the journal. I was talking about that in my lost recording just now. That it's kind of weird for Max to not have a journal. Okay, but I'm not gonna read through 8 pages of journal now. We read enough. I feel like they're overthrowing us with so much to read. Emails, texts, messages, social media, journal. And I feel like if you don't read it, you're gonna miss out on stuff, because in the next story chapter there's gonna be new stuff to read. So you really just have to take almost just as much time playing the game you have to read. So you kind of really have to take that conscious choice. Do I want to just read a lot as well and don't mind reading a lot, or do I just want to play the game? Because it is quite late now and my eyes are kind of tired, I'm not gonna read this now.
For dragging Amanda down traumatic memory lane. Best to get this out of sight.
But I am gonna read this stuff. Maybe in another episode when I'm...
Oh, better clean those up too.
Yeah, a bit less tired and more in the mood to read. Though I am in the mood to read, I'm just a little tired.
Congrats, Victoria. I'm honestly proud of you. Even if you sent me this to rub it in.
Lending My Lens by Victoria Chase. Artist signing Tuesday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The Pentabrook Gallery, New York. Damn, impressive.
Joyce sent me this one. She really captured you here. Saw you the way I always did.
Chloe plus Truck, Arcadia Bay. Ah. Man! This really is nostalgic, remembering this game again. All the tragedy connected with it. So, even if this game isn't that great, making me remember the first game is great. And so far, I'm actually not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm enjoying it more or less.
This isn't one of mine. How'd this get here?
And another one. This is definitely... I swear to God, that's just Max from a different timeline. 100%. This is definitely one of hers, and it's just she...
tidied up a few things, but not everything.
Maybe it's just time events that she doesn't remember. So definitely we have some time stuff happening here.
Looks like one of the previous artists in residence was also a fan of Neb. Or a Neb hater like Safi.
That's you.
The premier journal for the discerning gorehound. As soon as I had a semi-permanent address, I renewed my subscription.
Okay.
Legend has it Samson here is older than Hellerton itself.
What? Okay. That's crazy.
One of the past Hellerton artists made this. Woodwork seems so unforgiving. You have to live with your mistakes.
Yeah. Woodwork would really not be my type of thing. This seems like fancy slancy art that also isn't really my thing either. This looks cool.
Pupil and Iris. This baby got me an International Photography Award and a spread in National Geographic.
Damn.
Sophie got me the frame.
That's crazy. That looks really cool though. So Max really is kind of famous in arts. Like photography. She has a dark room? Nah, that's wild. Ain't no way she has a fucking dark room. What? You got it. Come on, bro. You cannot tell me that Max does not have an issue with having a dark room after what happened. That is stupid. Come on. That is ridiculous. Ain't no way she has a freaking dark room. And ain't no way she would call it a dark room.
I tidied up a few things, but not everything.
Okay, she doesn't call it a dark room, but the game does. What else is there?
I swear I'll clean that one pan eventually. Amanda will understand.
Hot sauce.
Thank you, hot sauce. You're the only pick-me-up I've had the last day and change.
I'm not that big a fan of like hot sauce. Also, I recently bought one and the bottle, like the green part of the bottle was like closed at the top. It didn't, the juice didn't come out. I just had to like open it completely. I'm so confused. How do you open these? Like,
If only a strong cup of coffee, or 5, could speed me through what I'm feeling right now.
I swear to God, is Max a millionaire? How can she afford all this?
Grief dinner. It's chunky though, so it feels like more of a substantial meal.
Right. Also, the window view is crazy.
Sophie.
Ah.
The Lakeport cop investigating Sophie's death. Sophie's murder. She kept Moses and I for questioning for hours and hours.
Damn. But Max probably had that experience before with Chloe, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's still, even though, you know, it's still a very, very crazy opening to the game, you know, with immediately Sophie dying. Definitely not something I expected.
I saw a very suspicious owl. Does that help, officer?
Mm-hmm. You heard a gunshot. I don't know, what else is there? Am I blind or something? Oh, I forgot to clean them.
Better get these tidied up too, before Amanda gets here. Well, at least my house is semi-presentable. Time to get dressed.
Okay. Nice. Or we just have them on us now. Apparently. What the fuck is she doing? What the huh? Did she just try to okay, this game definitely is still kind of buggy.
Moses left us here weeks ago. He and Sophie were having some debate about astronomy versus astrology.
Okay.
I wish I could remember what Sophie said, but I've already forgotten.
That's crazy. Yeah, and then it's like these small moments you think don't mean a lot, and now they do, right? Now they do. Damn. This place is so crazy fancy. What the hell, man? But also I feel like it lost a bit of personality in my opinion. It feels nice as a vacation home, but it feels too fakeish. It reminds me a bit of the home in True Colors, but I feel like that was a bit more comfy. This just feels... I don't know, I feel like a lot of Max's personality is gone here. This looks nice, yes.
Can't have Amanda seeing me dressed like this.
But it feels like a commercial home and not like a home you'd actually live in. You know what I mean? A bit, at least. Where do I dress up? Not here? Huh? I feel like here would be a good place.
I honestly hoped they'd help me understand Sophie better. But now, what's the point? When imposter syndrome rears its head, I like to remind it that I won a fucking international photography award. The high point of the series. Maybe any series. You can debate me, but you'd be wrong.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know where to dress up. Like, I'm a bit confused. Can we go in here, by the way?
Haven't been down to the dark room in a minute. It's dark enough up here lately.
Yeah, maybe that isn't the kind of place you want to go to remind you of even more terrible things. Where do you get dressed? I'm very confused.
I need to peel myself out of these pajamas.
Yes, but let's go to the dark room first. I am curious. Even though I just said we shouldn't. Bro, this place even looks like Mr. Jefferson's dark room. Come on, bro, with the shelf stuff of like food. It gotta be a reference. That is diabolical, man. That's evil. I mean, okay, this looks definitely way prettier, but still. This shit's wild. She kind of just pretty much used her cellar as a dark room. You could have just called it cellar, and I guess it's kind of a dark room as well.
The original award got damaged in one of my moves, but this article reminds me that winning wasn't a dream.
Picture Perfect by Lady Circular. Photographer Max Caulfield posing with her Gloria Breeze Photography Award. Damn.
Shutterbud 420's YouTube tutorial made fixing you seem so much easier.
Actual YouTube mentioned? They don't have to use alternative words? What?
Every time I give a workshop, some student still feels it's not real photography.
Oh my gosh, my controller. Okay, not much more to see here. I feel like one comment about the dark room would have been appropriate, but no, apparently not. That's wild.
Better get dressed before Amanda gets here.
Yeah, I don't know where to though. What the? Oh my gosh, my controller. Okay, guys, give me a minute. What the? Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm having issues here. Just give me 1 second. Okay, now we're back. What the fuck was that? Yeah, I'm a bit confused where to get dressed. Guys, like... The dresser. Okay, I'm blind. There it is.
Can't have Amanda. If I'm going to see Amanda, I should put on something vaguely human-like.
This is kind of similar to the dresser in Chloe's room. Oh, in the beginning of the game, I didn't record this, but before you entered, you could also like choose different outfits from the dresser. Now we can again. Classic outfit. I like it. I like this one, but I don't like the hair. Crazy that she changes her whole look with her hair as well. Okay, my... Jesus, I have... What the hell? My connection... Maybe we have to end the episode because I'm currently having connection issues for some reason, which is very weird. Now we're back. Yeah, I like this. Let's keep this one.
Amanda's at the door. I hope she isn't mad that I ignored her calls.
Okay, let's open up for Amanda.
I'm here. Not sure if the doorbell works.
Next episode though, because I don't know if those connection issues are gonna come.
Lovely weather we're having out here, but it's probably nicer indoors.
Yep. I don't know if those connection issues are gonna come back, so I'm gonna end the episode here.
You know, Max, the food I brought is...
Yeah, and we'll see. Check up with Amanda next episode. But yeah, so far, really interesting. And I'm kind of, yeah, really excited how this is gonna continue. Okay, so see you guys next episode. I'm not sure when I'm gonna record this, since, yeah, episode 1 and 2 I recorded like a month ago. So yeah, it's been definitely a while. And now I recorded episode 3 and 4. So we'll see when I get around to recording the next episode. But yeah, wish you guys a nice day and see you next time.